Welcome to Talking Shed, the after show for The Jumping Shed, everyone's favorite show about a supernatural shed that appears in a different Portland, Oregon backyard each night. If you haven't seen tonight's utterly amazing Season 4 premiere of The Jumping Shed, hit record on your DVR, stop watching this, and watch it later, because we're going to examine the season premiere from every possible angle. And that means spoilers. That's the only warning you're going to get from me. I'm your host. Okay, let's talk some shit. Okay, so let's talk. We finally got the answer to the big question we've been waiting 8 months to find out. Who did the shed crush when it appeared in Mrs. Quinn's backyard in the JS Season 3 finale? And we're also going to get into Johnny's shocking revelation, Misty's big decision, and what were those wet, drippy things in the corner of the shed? But first, we want you to get involved. Dial 1-888-665-5064 to talk to us about the episode here live in studio. Or go to Facebook, Twitter, Gweagle, YouTube, VidSmack, or Instagram at Talking Shed to let us know your important idea thoughts. Ace of Cakes, welcome.
Call me Duff.
Ace, you've got millions of fans who enjoy watching reruns of your canceled cake baking show on the Food Network. But regular viewers of our show know you as one of the most hardcore celebrity shed fans in the known universe. Any idea thoughts on tonight's very eventful Jumping Shed 4th season premiere?
I'm blown away. When we found out that the legs sticking out from under the shed belonged to a mannequin Mrs. Quinn was using as a scarecrow to keep birds from eating her strawberries, I was shocked.
That mannequin scarecrow is visible in the background when Johnny is on Mrs. Quinn's roof in Jumping Shed episode 2.5, Shedding Your Skin.
Damn. Well, I'll have to grab my season 2 DVDs and check that out tonight.
Every detail on the Jumping Shed is important. If you watch each episode 7 to 10 times like I do, you can truly appreciate the supremely intricate design of the show.
Yeah, it's so cool. I spent 8 months worrying about who was under that shed. Johnny, Mrs. Quinn, Misty. So when I found out none of the characters were dead, I was really relieved. It was a really cool surprise. Like when I make a delicious chocolate cake, but I sneak in a mystery filling. It could be marmalade, or buttermilk, or caramel, or it could be lime, or bacon.
Oh, okay, right.
Or a carrot. Or I could surprise you with a blueberry filling, or squash, or
Great.
Just anything really.
Squash?
Yeah, you know.
Anyway, we don't have time for that. So, what else did you think of tonight's shed?
I did not expect Johnny was going to kill his grandmother.
I know, I'm still processing that. It's so crazy.
It was brutal. How could he be so sure she was a shed doppelganger?
Right? From Twitter, at ShedFan709, Johnny has lost it. No way Grandma Ingersoll was a shed doppel. Still telling corny-ass jokes. Shed doppels have no sense of humor. Hashtag Johnny the murderer. An interesting theory. Gary Seinfeld, you're a shedder and a national treasure. One of the most beloved funny men of our time. We're honored to have you here. Welcome.
Thanks, I'm here. Glad to be here, but I think you have me confused with my older brother, Jerry. I'm not a comedian. I'm a proud veteran of the Iraq War.
Thank you for your service.
You're welcome, Ace of Cakes. I served 3 tours, earned a Purple Heart in the Second Battle of Fallujah.
Have you met Larry David or Kramer?
No, but recently I was on Dancing with the Stars. Maybe you saw that?
No. I apologize, I didn't. Honestly, I wish everyone would just focus on the Jumping Shed like I do. No offense intended, Gary. I'm sure Star Dancing's a great show, but all these other silly shows are just distractions. Shed is really all you need, people. How long have you been a shedder, Gary?
Oh, months. Ever since I found out I was booked on your show.
Uh-huh. Okay. Gary, we need your idea thoughts about ShedFan709's question. Does Grandma Ingersoll's use of humor prove in this week's episode that she wasn't a shed doppel?
Oh man, I'm not that's a tough one.
Okay, fine. I'll remind you and the audience at home that shed doppels can't tell jokes. They have no sense of humor. Which, as all true shedders know, was established in episode 1.9, one shed, two shed, red shed, blue shed. However, in this case, Grandma Ingersoll's joke, before Johnny chopped her head off, was, and I quote, "What is the definition of flippant? An ant who enjoys doing gymnastics." Unquote.
Dad joke.
Well, I think we can all agree that was a pretty funny joke, right, Gary?
I guess.
And you would know because your brother is a famous comedian.
But it was kind of lame, so it's possible she was a doppelganger. That's all I'm saying.
Well, Gary and I disagree with you, and it's not a cake, so honestly, how would you know? You're a cake baker, not a joke maker. Let's see. Oh, we got another comment right here, this time from Guigle. At Jumping Fred says, "Good point, Amir. Ace of Cakes must have a brain injury." Hilarious when you said, "You're a cake baker, not a joke maker." Good rhyme. Well, thanks, Jumping Fred. Nice gwig. We love getting feedback here on Talking Shed.
The card didn't say that.
Gary Seinfeld, what's your favorite episode of The Jumping Shed?
Let me see that card for a second.
Go ahead, Gary, you have the floor.
Probably the musical episode. The idea of a singing shed seems silly when you first hear it, but it kind of worked.
Episode 3.4, Shed Corvette, one of my favorites too. When the shed started singing, I seriously got chills. Sing it with me, Gary. The shed is back, the shed is back, the shed is back, ooh.
Ooh.
Alright, it's okay, we can work on it.
Can I see the card where the guy says that I have a brain injury? Please.
Here. And now it's time for a sneak peek at the next week's episode of Jumping Shed.
Hey, girl, where did that cute little shed come from? It wasn't here 10 minutes ago.
Terrifying. That guy's going to regret going into the shed.
This card says, be sure to go to thejumpingshed.com and talkingshed.com for all your shed merchandise needs.
That's right. And our next guest would be very happy if all our viewers bought something tonight. Because via satellite, please welcome Edwin Henderson, executive producer of The Jumping Shed, as well as a little show you may have heard of called Talking Shed. What kind of high-quality Jumping Shed products can the fans pick up in the online store, Edwin?
I don't know. T-shirts and shit. Hats.
Great. So, talk to us a little bit about Misty's revelation. What would a half-shed doppelganger, half-human baby even look like? Would it be human?
Probably not.
Incredible. And what else do the fans have to look forward to this season?
Thrills and amazement.
Woo! Sounds like a great season. Another great season, I should say. And we'll be back with more, including our weekly bets on where the shed will appear next after these important messages.